Alrighty, what's up everybody? My peeps. What's going on, my peeps? It is I, Peter Joseph here, for a Monday evening, getting close to Monday night video right here on the main channel, Killer of Demons 669. Thank you for watching. Make sure you like the video and subscribe right now to this channel and my other channels as well, down in the Shadow Realm, otherwise known as the description box below. And don't forget to follow me on social media, Facebook, Twitter, and Instagram. And share the video all over the internet. Most importantly, tap that goddamn bell, because it's there for a reason. And turn on all notifications so you don't miss the next video, because if you miss anything, well, you pretty much suck. And you're SOL, and you know what that means. And, that's pretty much it, my friends. So, like the video, leave a comment if you wish, but don't leave stupid comments, because you're going to be treated like a stupid bitch, and you're going to get kicked out. So, you're going to get blocked, and if you don't like that, cry me a river, bitch. And that's pretty much it. And if you're new here, welcome to the party, pal. We hope you enjoy the ride. Sit back, relax, and enjoy the show. That's pretty much it. So, do it now. Alright, we got Monday Night Raw coming up at the top of the hour, so I'm going to try to get this done pretty quickly. I'm not going to go through all of it, but it is what it is. So, ladies and gentlemen, on this Monday evening / Monday night, it is time for your late and out-of-date AEW Collision review for this past Saturday, June the 8th, 2024, and you, by the way, you are watching on June the 10th, 2024, as we start to get the countdown the days to the midpoint of June, and in 20 days, my friends, we will hit the midpoint of 2024. So, we're almost halfway through this goddamn year already. And it's gonna get hot here in the Northeast this weekend, and getting the next week too. But if you live in Florida, oh boy, you better have a raft, you better have a boat, you better have something, because it's gonna be raining all week long. It's gonna feel like Seattle. So, I would, if you have any plans in Florida, stay indoors, because you ain't going out to the beach or anywhere. It's gonna be a monsoon down there in Florida. Especially in South Florida, like Miami, Orlando, maybe a little bit of Tampa, but not fun. Fort Lauderdale, everywhere from central to South Florida is going to get drenched. Like 8 to 9 inches of rain this entire week. It's insane. All this tropical moisture that's coming in. And, it's getting close to it's hurricane season, so, you might get more coming your way this summer. So, if you guys and girls want to go down to Daytona Beach, or you want to go down to Miami, better hope and pray that, it doesn't rain down there, and you don't get a hurricane or anything else down there. So, hopefully your summer would be great down there, but you can always come back up north. But we'll see what happens with that. So, just be safe, everybody in Florida. And, so just bring your poncho, pretty much. And that's it. Alright, so, we move on. Alright, so, on this Monday night, it is time for your Collision review. And Collision, pretty good show this past Saturday. The rating went down a little bit. Not much, but it went down, as it usually does. It goes up and down like my dick in your mom's ass, but the way it is. Alright, so we're emanating from the Mid-American Center in Council Bluffs, Iowa, on the outskirts of Des Moines. I have a gripe. You know what gripes my gears? Tony Khan, can you stop fucking having Dynamite and Collision and even Ring of Honor, or Ring of Horror these days? Can you stop having your shows in places we never fucking heard of? Like at the outskirts of Denver, like Loveland, Colorado. I'm like, what the fuck is that? Then you have, like, I mean, Arlington, we know where Arlington is. But then we have dynamites and collisions in these weird fucking places we never heard of that probably will never see wrestling ever again. Can we like get some actual real arenas? Like we go to like Madison. Well, we can't go to Madison Square Garden or the Barclays Center. But you know, can we come back to like the Northeast sector, like Baltimore, Virginia Beach? If we can have a show in Delaware. Hi, welcome to Delaware. You know, in Connecticut, you know, in Uncasville, Connecticut, at the Mohegan Sun, or somewhere in Pittsburgh, Schittsburg, Pittsburgh, whatever you want to call it. Like, major cities, not rinky-dink freaking towns that probably has a population of 500, and all of them are at the show. Even Grandma Moses, you know, be at the show. Speaking of grandmas, a lot of grandmas at AEW shows these days. That's kind of weird. You know, you have a grandma doing the swerve dance. I'm like, what? No, what? There's a grandma in the audience. What is it? This ain't 1997. When that grandmother tried to kill Hogan. I'll scratch your eyes out. Oh, brother. I'll knock your dentures out. You know, brother. Yeah, but grandmas are coming back to wrestling. You know, I don't think we have seen one in Ring of Honor. Well, not Ring of Honor. WWE lately. But, you know, you never know. So it doesn't matter how old you are a wrestling fan. You be 90 and you're in the best health ever, and you could be a grandma or grandpa, you know, a veteran, and you can go see a wrestling match. And then next thing you know, the freaking wrestlers are messing with you, and then, you know, you smack them around a little bit. Let's go, Grandma! What am I watching here? She's a gilf! But it is what it is. It is what it is, ladies and gentlemen. You know, people have their weird fetishes, so, you know. Not me, because I have my own fetish, and that's Asian women, but that's just another story for another time. People just love granny porn. I don't know. I don't. I think it's nasty, but... but it is what it is. And that's all I gotta say about that. Alright, so let's get the Collision, so we're 15 minutes away from Raw. Alright, so like I said, Collision was pretty good. About 3 weeks away from Forbidden Door. We got Toni Storm, timeless Toni Storm. Darling! She's gonna be taking on Lady Frost coming up. And a little tune-up before her AEW Women's title match against my girl, Mina Shirakawa. Oh, yes. Got that, and a whole lot more on Collision. Alright, so, as always, on Collision, our commentary team of Tony Baloney Schiavone and Nigel McGuinness, me love. The resident simp for Toni Storm. Even though he's a married man. Alright, we got that. Alright, let's get into it. We start off with the opening sequence, and we start off match number 1. Banger of a match. We had FTR of Cash, Glock Wheeler, and he does have a Glock now, and he can use it. So Cash, Glock Wheeler, and Dax the Axe Hardwood taking on the Blackpool Cuck Club of Claudio Castagnoli and the Ring of Honor, yeah, he still is, the Ring of Honor Pure Champion, William Utah. So, this was a banger. It was just amazing. You know, because, you know why? Because William Utah's the type of guy that thinks he has banger matches and, well, really doesn't, because the only thing he can bang is himself. Look at that, sound wrong, but whatever. That's how he can get over. Anyway, back and forth match they went. And the match ends in a 20-minute time limit draw as Claudio hits a superplex on Cash Wheeler, rolls through into the neutralizer for a near fall. Then we got a cross trace into the rings of Saturn. Have Cash Wheeler in trouble, and he's about to tap, but then the bell rang. Doug! Help me, Doug! What are you doing, Doug? The bell rang. Doug! Come on, Doug! You moron. Alright, so we got that. So, time limit draw in an epic match, 4.25 out of 5 stars. And then afterwards, Dax Harwood wants 5 more minutes. But then, the resident stooge, we haven't seen this guy in a while, Brandon Cutler comes out on behalf of the corporate bucks. I'm like, uh-oh, bye-bye, being the Dark Order. Bring back BTE, Brandon. You idiot. And basically, he comes out and says, this match ain't happening, you ain't getting 5 minutes, you get nothing. So, Claudio is like, alright, that's it, fuck this guy. Takes down Brandon, hits the swing of doom, and then FTR adds a slingshot shatter machine on him. So, yeah. So we get that. So, I didn't understand Brandon Cutler coming out at all. But he paid for it. He should have stayed in the back and edited, you moron. But it is what it is. And that's pretty much it. And then all 4 members, Code of Honor, we're going to do this again. I don't know when, but we're going to do it again. So, sign us up again, Tony Khan. Let's do it again. Like Paul Stanley would say, right, Paul? Let's do it. Okay. Don't you sing. That's the time. Okay, we move on. Alright, after that, we go to the back with Lexi Nair and her guest, Kyle O'Reilly Auto Parts. He has a match with freshly squeezed orange juice, Orange Cassidy, coming up. But then the Undisputed Kingdom of Donnie! And I'm Matt Taven, and the man that punches people in the dick gives him a power driver. That's Michael Kanellis-Bennett, the Ring of Honor Tag Team Champions. They all come in. They think someone or something is messing with Kyle, or is missing for Kyle. And they're gonna be at ringside to cheer him on. Kyle's like, I don't want to hear this shit. You're a bunch of fucking liars. And then Roddy tells Kyle to remember what he said when he came back. But what was that? We didn't even hear anything when he came back. Did I miss something here? Right, Phil Brooks? We move on with that. Alright, so I give that 2.25 out of 5 stars. Alright, match number 2. 93-second squash match. Chris Statlander with the resident pip himself, Mr. Stokely Hathaway, demolishes Robin Renegade. Ugh. Charlotte's still out with a concussion, by the way. And poor Robin Renegade. I mean, she's just relegated to, Rampage and Collision and just jobs. Sad. Statlander finishes her off with Saturday Night Fever in 93 seconds. That's it. Bing, bang, boom, good night. Match gave 2.25 out of 5 stars. And then afterwards, Stokely Hathaway comes in, praises his girl, Chris Statlander, and it says, as of earlier in the day, she is now officially in the Owen Hart Cup, coming up whenever that does start. And then after the break, Willow Nightingale, the resident fun girl, says, well, I'm in the tournament too! So, they're going to meet probably somewhere down the line in that bracket. Alright, so we have Willow, we have Willow, we have Mariah May, well, I'll talk about that later, and Chris Statlander in the Owen Hart Cup. So that women's bracket is going to be pretty damn good. And Willow is going to be going for back-to-back Owen Hart Cups. Remember, last year on the men's side, it was Ricky Starks, and, well, he went nowhere. Except for the tag team. Well, he won the tag team belts. Well, that was all nice and dandy, but it is what it is. Got that. Blah, 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 blah. Alright, then we go to the natural Dustin Rhodes taking on Johnny TV, Johnny Mundo, or John Hennigan, whatever you want him. Taya Valkyrie at ringside, causing distractions galore, like she always does, especially on Ring of Honor TV. Match lasted 9.5 minutes. So much chaos in this match. There's a point in the match where Dustin tries to do the old Melina thing, and then he goes outside, looks at Taya, he goes, ha! Ah! And then he comes back after Johnny TV missed Starship Pain, hits Crossroads 1, 2, 3, 9.5 minute match, 2.25 out of 5 stars, and then afterwards, Dustin cuts a mean promo with a little bit of hard times involved in there, talking about, I've wrestled for 37 years, thank the fans and everything. Then goes off on Jack Perry, say you haven't done shit, you haven't sacrificed anything, and basically we get a match on Wednesday night, and Dustin promises to destroy his little Jack Perry's punk ass like that, and then he says, Jack, you'll never, ever forget the name of Dustin. Here we go. You thought I was going to say Goldust, right? Right. Alright, so, great promo from Dustin. We're going to see what happens with that. That is going to be a TNT title qualifying match. Guess who wins that? Jack Perry. Jack Perry's winning the TNT title. It is pretty much evident. I don't know why didn't he just put him in the match. He doesn't have to qualify. I mean, it's the Bucks after all. Alright, so we got that. Alright, then we get a video of Zack Sabre Jr., who does not have the New Japan, the IWGP television title anymore, because that went to Jeff Cobb. But anyway, Zack Sabre Jr. will be at Forbidden Door to take on Orange Cassidy. And that should be a pretty damn good match. And we'll see what happens with that. Alright, then we go to your really quickie match of the night. We got the premier athletes of Ari Daivari, Josh the Goods Woods, and the premier athlete himself, Tony Nese, with Smart Mark Sterling at ringside. They beat the crap out of Trip Gordon, no relation to Flip Gordon. Whatever happened to him, by the way? Anybody know what happened to Flip Gordon? I mean, not even Messiah. I mean, he was like the resident, punching bag for the Elite back in the day. Former champion, by the way. I think it was a tag team champion or TV champion. He always used to lose, but then he beat Bully Ray in a freaking hardcore match. Almost got put through a flaming table. Almost. But I was there too for that. We got that. Alright, so it's Trip Gordon and Dante Leon. Actually, it's a tag team match. Alright, blah, 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 blah. So the premier athletes get the win in 48 seconds after a tombstone power driver. That's it. Didn't give a crap. Dud. Zero. There you go. Alright, then we get another vignette promo from Scorpio Sky, basically offering to be our hero, our voice, and our champion. But when is he gonna show up? I just feel like what are they doing with Scorpio Sky on Collision? Is he just gonna cut promos every week or every 2 weeks, whatever it may be? Retarded. This is the worst town I've ever been in! Eat your Snickers! Or Payday, if you were following BTE lately, but not years ago. Well, we get that. We'll see what happens with Scorpio Sky. Alright, then we go to the ladies. I think it was on the death slot. 8-minute match. Timeless Tony Storm, darling, bosom. She comes out with one hot piece of ash, Mariah May and Luther. She takes on Lady Frost, who hasn't won a match in AEW in a long, pretty much ever. Back and forth match they went. Lady Frost goes for a frostbite and missed. And then Tony right away hits a sky high for a near fall. Something you don't see every day. And then finishes off Lady Frost with Storm Zero, Bing Bang Boom, Goodnight, 8-minute match. Tony gets the win. And match I gave 2.25 out of 5 stars. And then after the match, Tony brings Mariah May on the apron, brings her into her titty, and says, I know how rough it is for you to see me and your girlfriend, Mina, fighting. So, as a distraction, Tony demands that Mariah is entered into the Owen Hart tournament, which was official, and says, we'll get through this together, and I will make sure you win the tournament, darling. And just remember, chin up, tits out, watch for the shoe! I love when she says that. Alright, we got that. Alright, then we have Samoa Joe and Hook, along with Mr. Speak and Spell himself, Shibata, going into the Premier Athletes' locker room after arguing about lacrosse if it's actual sport. It's a sport like wrestling. Basically, they beat the shit out of them, and then Joe is like making smart Mark Sterling beg for mercy. So we'll see what happens with that. So, yeah, we'll move on with that. Alright, then we have the Dancing Fool, Daniel Garcia, taking on Tate Mayfairs, whoever that guy is. A little over 3 minutes. Did I say over 3 minutes? By the way, Tate Mayfairs is from Progress Wrestling. And that's over in jolly old England, love! So it was a pretty decent match, not great. We got a Saito suplex into a shotgun dropkick. And then Daniel Garcia breaks out the Red Cross, his finisher, which is basically almost like not 1916, what's that damn move like Fiend Balor? I can't even think of it. So he breaks that out. It looked like one of Finn Balor's moves. He gets the win, and that's it. 2.5 out of 5 stars. And then after the match, he starts dancey, with the grandma, and all that good shit. We move on. Alright, and after that, we get a video on a woman who knows a thing or two and is good friends with Stephanie Vercora of New Japan Strong, the women's champion over there, who's going to be taking on Mercedes Moné in a title match on Forbidden Door. But Mercedes Moné, Sasha Banks, the boss, will be taking on Zeuxis. Z-U-Z-E-U-X-I-S. Zeuxis. Or Zeuxis. Tomato. Alright, so we get that. That's going to happen on Dynamite. And we get that. Alright, then after that, we get what's happening on next week's shows and all that shit. And then Lexi Nair has Orange Cassidy with her. He talks about how bad things have been going for him as of late. Now he has to deal with Zack Sabre Jr. at Forbidden Door. He's like, I can't deal with this! And he has to leave to go to the ring to face Kyle O'Reilly. Pretty good match itself. There's a point where Orange Cassidy, it's like it's some type of move, and he goes, ooh, put my hands down my pants, and I bet I'll feel nuts. Yes, I'm Cisco, yes, I'm Ebert, and I'm giving myself 2 thumbs up. You and me, baby, ain't nothing. Okay. Alright, so we got that. And we move on. Cassidy works on O'Reilly's arm. They go back and forth. Cassidy hits Stone Cold Millionaire. Gets counted into a cross arm breaker. And then Cassidy slips out of that. Hits a Michinoku driver for a near fall. Then a hard kick to face. Ow. Goes for an orange punch. It gets counted into a crossface chicken wing. O'Reilly putting his own hand in a Cassidy's pocket. I don't know about that. Cassidy powers him up for a beach break. And then a standing orange punch staggers Kyle. And then we get a regular version of the orange punch. Gets the win for Orange Cassidy in over 19.5 minutes. And that's pretty much it. Match was pretty good. 3.5 out of 5 stars. And that's it. Alright, guys. So, Collision I thought it was pretty good. So, I gave it a solid 7 out of 10 stars. And that's it for Collision. And that's it for my review. Thanks for watching, everybody. Raw has just started. We're going to have a big, beefy man slapping meat match later tonight. Oh, my God. Io. And Kairi. Sorry. Yeah. Io's going to be taking on Lyra Valkyria in a rematch of the semifinals of the Queen of the Ring tournament. Hopefully Io beats the fuck out of her. And then we got a big beefy man slapping meat match with Ilya, the Hulkster. Ilya Dragunov and Braun Breaker. So we got that. That's later tonight. But we start off Monday Night Raw with the #1 contender to Bobby Priest's title, Drew McIntyre. So we got that. We're going to hear from Drew, see what he's got to say for himself. As he's going to be going to his hometown, home country of jolly old Scotland, love, to see if he can get back the title that he only had for 5 minutes. And that's that. I think Drew will win and then lose to Punk probably by SummerSlam time. I don't think he's gonna get cashed in on. I just can't see it happening again. That'd be WWE history, I think. A champion gets cashed in twice in the same year. I think that would be WWE history. And we got that. Don't forget, guys, Clash at the Castle this Saturday afternoon at 2 p.m. Eastern Time. So, it will start at 7 p.m. in jolly old England. So, we get to watch the Clash, and then a couple hours later, we'll watch Collision. So, jam-packed Saturday night, jam-packed Friday night, even though both shows are taped. SmackDown will be taped in Scotland after they do the kickoff show, or the kickoff to Clash on Friday afternoon. And then SmackDown will be taped, so we'll get the results probably sometime before the show starts. And we'll see what happens with all of that. And we move on. Alright, guys, thanks for watching. Enjoy Monday Night Raw. I will be live tweeting on my Twitter page, so Twitter link down below, so check it out. Also, I will be back later tonight with video number 2 right here on this channel for your Monday Night Raw review as we try to get back to somewhat of a normal schedule. And we'll see what happens with that. So, we got that. So, thanks for watching, everybody, and until next time, if you're not down with that, well, fuck you, man! That's it. Until next time. I love you, man. I love you. I love you all. Especially you ladies. Adios. Peace, motherfuckers!